Yo, what's up? How old are you?
58 years old.
And do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
And if you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who'd you rather vote for?
Trump.
Alrighty, I have a few people to thank still. Juliana, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5 as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Juliana. Thank you. I am. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. POT, thank you so much for the $13. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Put some W's for POT in the comment section. Ken with the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I really appreciate it though. Thank you so much. You as well. Thank you so much, Ken. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $50. Put some W's for Ken in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Madeline, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, seriously though. I wish more people knew about that. Bethany, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Bethany. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Morgan, thank you so much for the dollar. They said happy birthday, Dean. And it's not my birthday, and I'm not Dean. Brian, thank you so much for the dollar. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Rachel with the $50 on Venmo. Give me some W's for Rachel in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Rachel. I really appreciate it. Sarah, thank you for the $10 again. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Give me some W's for them. Sean, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much, Sean. Tasha, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, I seriously should do that. That would be so funny. And then Jesse, thank you for the $6.83. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Brandy, thank you for the dollar. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I think I'm fully caught up. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It'll help get it out to more people. Alrighty, so why do you support Trump?
Where would you like to get started? Go ahead. I mean, it seems like you like to lead the conversation. So where would you like to get started?
Okay. So I would just say, how do you feel about Donald Trump trying to cut off the airspace over Venezuela?
Well, if it's in the best behalf of our country, then I have no problem with it.
So what tells you that that helps this country?
Well, how does it hurt our country?
How does it hurt our country? Well, I think that since he's America first, I think him being focused on countries around the world rather than being focused on America and American citizens is definitely an issue. He's like out there like preparing a war.
But weren't you just criticizing his getting involved in the Ukraine and Russia war?
Well, I think that there's a Budapest memorandum that we signed with Ukraine. I think preferably Ukraine originally would have been in NATO, and that would have limited the context of a war in the first place. But I do think that the Budapest memorandum ensures that we specifically do so, and we defend Ukraine in that context. In this context, we're not like defending Ukraine or anything. We're not defending a particular country. Like Trump's like literally talking about like a full-pledged invasion.
Well, right, because you do realize, and I know you don't believe it, but you do realize that Venezuela, I mean, a lot of drugs and illegal activity, and that President Maduro.
Wait, what? Okay, by the way, you can't say any specific DRUG names. You could just say like FDRUG, or you could say like MDRUG. Which specific DRUGs do you think are coming from Venezuela that you want to limit?
Well, I can't. You're saying I can't say it. You want me to spell it like FEN?
Yeah, no, you gotta say FDRUG. So it actually most FDRUG is not coming from Venezuela. It's actually a very small portion, right? That would be coming from Venezuela.
Well, I mean, I believe, and I mean, I do believe, and I am, you know, I am a son of immigrants, and they do come from South America, so I have a little bit of more inside information from Venezuela, and that country is. That president is not a good person at all. Horrible.
I'm not making that claim at all, but the point I'm saying is that
he's also
Trump wanting to do an invasion or bombing literally boats off the coast of Venezuela where there's no evidence at all given to Congress that they had DRUGS in the first place, I think is definitely not in the benefit of the people.
Why would a speedboat at high speed be heading towards U.S. waters in the middle of the night? That's not fishermen.
I'm sorry. It wasn't even near. They were in international waters, and also if they were, detain them once they get to U.S. waters.
Why?
And I'm sorry, like there being a boat does not necessarily entail that they have DRUGS. That's ridiculous. That's absurd. They were in international waters. They could be doing that for many reasons. And by the way, this explicitly is one of the examples that we could point to and saying, oh, what are the unlawful orders that the Trump administration has undergone? Well, this would be an example. This violates international law.
Says who, you?
Because says international law. And Hegseth recently, I'm pretty sure
Really?
he
You're
said
an
he
expert
said
in this? I don't
he said
know.
unalive them all, right? Which would be classified as a war crime.
No, he said unalive DRGS dealers
He said
that are
unalive them
headed
all,
that
right?
are
He's
headed towards the U.S.
Yeah, we're talking about an order, right? That he was
So he's
particularly making.
protecting the U.S.
Okay, you're saying it's in protection of the United States. I don't think this is in protection of the United States because you
I
don't have
do.
to murder people in order to protect the United States in this context.
Well,
You
I
could
tell you
just
what,
literally
it
prevent
will
them by
change.
detaining them. If we have drones, if we have idea where they are, if we have recon on them, we can detain
We
them.
do.
Why
We
do you
do.
think why don't you think that we have to murder them instead of just detaining them?
Because there's a thing called fear. You put the fear of God in them,
Oh,
so
so you
that way
just
they
want to
know.
murder people, right? Because you want that's like,
Hmm.
oh, so do you want to put people's heads on spikes? Wouldn't that fear them too?
So you rather
No,
so
wait, I have a question.
you're
Do you want to put people's heads on
can I
spikes?
answer?
Would that fear people? Would
That's
you be in support of
I
that?
don't answer ridiculous questions, Parker. So don't
No,
you're
it's
not going to get me
not.
involved in that.
It's ridiculous that you said that in the first place. You just said you
No,
wanted
it's
to
not.
scare people. So if you want to do that,
Right?
do you want to put people's fucking heads on bikes?
Why do you think that
That's
they have
crazy.
not
That's the
had any
same
more
idea
boats
that you
coming?
have in your
Why
brain.
are there
The
no more
same thing
boats?
that
Why are there no
historically
more boats
happened.
coming? How come there's no more boats coming?
What do you no? You understand that they're you saying that
Answer the
there's
question.
wait, you understand that that's not a good reason to say, right?
It is.
Just because there's no boats coming does not mean that that would be an argument for it. That's the same reason, like there would be no
It
boats
shows.
coming. There would be no boats coming if you put people's heads on bikes. You understand?
Why
That's
do you
fucking
think?
insane, right?
Why do you
You're
think there's
murder.
no more people
You
trying to come
literally are
across the
pro
border
them
anymore?
murdering people.
Why do you think there's no more people trying to cross the border illegally anymore?
There are people coming to this country undocumented, but just saying that like you've created such
Really?
bad
Where?
conditions for
Not to
undocumented
the
immigrants
southern
that people
border.
don't want to come to the country undocumented anymore is not the best process to reduce undocumented immigration to our country.
95%
The best way
down
to reduce
southern
undocumented
border.
immigration to our country is by providing a quicker legal pathway to citizenship for those that are undocumented. And if they're undocumented in the country who haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime, give them a pathway to citizenship. People are going through the legal process, give them a quicker pathway. Put the money that they're putting into militarizing ICE and put that into making the legal immigration process go quicker, and that will naturally make people go through the legal immigration process to a greater extent. And that will decrease undocumented immigration. Do not decrease undocumented immigration by straight up murdering people. I have a question. Do you think that they should just literally unalive undocumented immigrants out of fear?
Let me know when you're done talking, Parker.
I just stopped.
Okay. First of all, you went totally you pivoted. You went to murdering illegal immigrants. How do we get there?
I'm asking you the question, right? Would you want to do so to instate fear in undocumented immigrants so
No,
people do not come here undocumented?
no. But
Okay, so then like this whole
doing
argument you have of you just want to unalive them, which one, you didn't even have any evidence that they had DRUGS, and even if
are
you
you
did,
okay? Are
that
you
wouldn't be
okay
the
with
mechanism you want to use
unaliving
to
terrorists?
reduce the likelihood of people coming here.
Are you okay with unaliving terrorists?
There was no evidence that they were in a T group, and
That's just a question. Are you okay with that?
am I okay with it? Like I
Yeah.
think it depends on the who you're referencing.
Okay,
because
so basically,
like
let me ask.
genuinely
Okay,
genuinely think about
if
this for a
they
second,
unalive if
right?
they
Listen,
unalive
listen,
the
listen,
terrorist
listen.
cell,
I need you to
no,
listen for a
I'm gonna answer
second.
no,
I
I
need you to
need you
listen
to
for a
go to
second.
my question. No,
Right, just
no,
because
you're gonna answer.
okay, just because someone is designated as a terrorist does not necessarily mean that I would consider them. Okay, this is going to sound like crazy in a certain context, right? Does not necessarily mean that I think that they are deserving of being unalived. I still believe that they deserve due process, right? I still believe that, like, right, like there could be just a definition of a certain state that has granted someone that particular, like the Trump administration is claiming Antifa as like domestic terrorism, okay? Antifa just means anti-fascist, okay? So the Trump administration could just claim this, right? Particularly as a Tism, right? And would classify me as that. And I don't think that I would be deserving of being unalived, right? That would be absurd. So just because there would be a classification of Tism, like, wouldn't necessarily mean that that classification, right, is accurate. So I do just want to clarify that. So it's not necessarily indicating that they are deserving of being unalived. So I do believe in a court process and due process for holding people accountable who have done bad things to humanity, including Trump.
My question. Am I unmuted? Can I answer your question now?
Mm-hmm.
My question was an actual terrorist cell in U.S. Are you okay with unaliving them if they get caught and found and then the CIA, FBI goes and unalives them before they can do a mass bombing or something, are you okay with that?
If it's necessary to apprehend, like if you wouldn't be able to prevent them from doing that without unaliving them, then technically yes. But if you
Okay,
have the
so
ability to detain them without,
if he knows,
wait, if you have the ability to detain them, then I would prefer that.
no, okay, but that's not the question. You're pivoting. The question
No,
is,
I,
are
I
you okay?
answered very specifically.
No, it's a yes or no. Are you okay with them unaliving them in the U.S. if you know that they're a terrorist cell getting ready to plan a bombing?
If that is the only way to prevent that from happening.
Okay, so if they know that these boats that are speeding towards American soil are carrying DRUGS or anything illegal heading towards America, and they unalive them, you're not okay with that?
Wait, say that again. Sorry, repeat that.
These boats that have been caught speeding in the middle of the night towards U.S. waters.
It's not.
Okay,
That's not the. So drone striking them is not the only way of preventing them from bringing DRUGS into our country. So you
no,
could
but it's
easily just
sure is
detain them.
effective. No, well, anyways, your question was,
So
do
we're
I
not good enough to detain
support
them?
it?
What? You don't think we have sophisticated enough resources to detain them?
Parker, Parker, your question was, do I support it? Yes, I do.
You support murdering them when it's literally not necessary to do so. You can give them due process. The only reason I think it would be acceptable to do so is like if they're about to unalive people, right? If someone's about to unalive people
That's
and you
exactly what the
literally don't have
DRGS
the
is going to
ability
do when
to
they get here.
detain them without them being able to unalive people, that would be an act of self-defense. And we do that for U.S. citizens
Are
as
going to
well.
do that. They not
What's up?
the DRUGs that get here, is that not unalive people?
It depends on what DRUG that you're referencing, and secondly, if you want
Well,
to, if it's bring,
they're not
listen,
bringing
listen,
the
listen, listen,
fire.
listen, listen, listen. If it's being brought to the country, you can detain them, right? There is a mechanism that you can engage in to prevent that from happening, and it's not
Okay,
imminent
well,
too.
let's move on because you already asked me, and I'm in support of that. So
Like what
what's
you
the
brought
next
up
topic?
earlier, like a BOMB would be imminent, right? But like this wouldn't be a circumstance that's imminent, right?
Okay. Well, I'm in support of it because he's doing it to protect our nation.
You said what?
I'm in support of it because he's doing it. I believe he's doing it to protect our nation.
This isn't protecting our nation in any meaningful
It
way.
is,
You
in
know what
your
would be
opinion.
protecting our nation? Not releasing violent criminals who beat police officers on January 6th into our nation.
Oh God, that is so
Not
old,
calling for
Parker.
the
Why
execution of
do
some
you?
Democrats who
Is
just
that
said
all
not
you
to uphold
got?
unlawful
Why do
orders.
liberals always bring that up? Is that the best you got? Come on, Parker, you're better than
Wait,
that.
I'm sorry.
Really?
It's in. Wait, I'm sorry. You just
Oh
saying I'm
my
better than that
Lord.
is not a response to the fact that Donald Trump has caused more violence through the rhetoric that he's engaged in and by pardoning violent rioters who beat
You
police
want to talk about
officers.
rhetoric? Okay, let's go. Let's go to those
And
Congress.
Donald Trump talked about executing some Democrats because they called,
Right.
they
Let's go
they
there.
told
Yeah,
people
that's where
to
I'm
not
going.
abide by unlawful orders.
Perfect. I led you perfectly to that. So let me tell you about that. It's not about what they said. Yes, they said technically they said the right thing. They said that they don't have to follow illegal orders. That is what they said, correct?
No, they said that you shouldn't follow unlawful
Right.
orders,
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said.
and that you can
So,
not follow unlawful
but,
orders.
but right, by doing that, the rhetoric. Do you not see that by making those videos? Do you not realize that that rhetoric is inciting because they are assuming or leading on that they are being given illegal orders. So, or if not, why even
They
make those
have.
videos?
Wait, I can give explicit examples. Like literally, like drone striking those particular boats was a violation of international law. Those were
Then why?
unlawful orders, right? I just want to
Then
give
why?
that example. Plus, I can give an example in terms of like Mike Pence, right? Like I could
Says
classify
who?
like specifically
Who
what they
says
did
who
in
that they're
terms of the
illegal
alternate
more?
slates of electors, right? Particularly as illegal. I think that at least that prescription should be the case. So I could
So if it's
classify that as
illegal, why
that.
isn't Trump
But
in
if you
jail?
also want to look at the basis for this, the claim that they were making was about unlawful orders that would happen, not necessarily that there was an unlawful order that has happened. I can make a
Right.
separate claim, but the claim that they were making was about the fact that if there is an
They're
unlawful order, that
implying.
you should
They
not
are
follow it.
implying. They are implying, which leads to
No,
inciting.
and by the way, no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No,
Idiots like you,
in
yes,
this
it does.
context, even by the way, even if they were saying that there were unlawful orders, that would be true.
No, it's not. Where is it
Yes,
true? In
there
your
have been.
opinion? No, that's not.
Yes, there have been. I
Absolutely
can
not.
literally point to the fact that there's been like this huge group of lawyers, like top lawyers, right?
Mm.
That specifically indicated that that it's likely of a war crime that Hegseth ordered,
Hmm.
right? On
So why isn't
the
he?
different attacks that
Why
happened
isn't
in the
he
South
impeached or
Caribbean.
in jail?
What's that?
Why isn't he impeached? Why isn't he impeached or in jail then?
There's an investigation into it right now.
Oh God, Parker,
It was
you're a
that was just reported
delusion.
on today. I'm not trolling. That's just reported on today.
Parker, you have to admit, you guys have been trying to get him impeached since day one, and it ain't going to happen,
He
buddy.
has been impeached in the past, and by the way, he should be impeached.
Okay,
Oh, but it
in
was
your opinion.
military lawyers. Sorry, I wanted to remember that. It was military
But
lawyers,
that's your
top military
opinion.
lawyers
Your
that
opinion.
determined that. By the way,
But it didn't determine anything. That's their opinion.
yeah, that's what they concluded. Yeah,
No,
top
they didn't.
military
That's their
lawyers
opinion.
concluded that Hegseth's
Opinions,
order was a war crime
opinions
of top
of
military
what?
lawyers.
Okay, but I can find you lawyers on the other side that tell you that it's not.
Okay, tell me what other top military lawyers indicated otherwise?
Military lawyers, bro. We can find arguments back and forth on both sides. The
Go
bottom
ahead.
line is he
I'll
did
give you
it.
time.
I don't need to. I don't want. It's not that important to
You
me.
don't want to?
No, because I
Interesting.
support it. I support it.
You support what?
What he did to the Venezuelan boats.
Yeah. So you support Hegseth engaging in war crimes?
It's not war crimes. That's your words.
Wait, that's concluded by military lawyers, not my words.
Negative. Their opinions. They're
Yeah, military
liberal fucking
lawyers, yeah.
liberal lawyers.
So yeah, you just think,
So
oh, they're just so
next
liberal.
topic. Next topic.
Oh, also apparently, Trump pardoned a sea drug trafficker.
Awesome. Next topic.
Awesome. You think that's good?
I don't care. I've never heard of it, so I don't know
You
nothing
don't
about it.
care? You don't care? Wow, dude. Wow, dude. He doesn't give a shit at all. He's calling for the execution of people because they're
Not if it's
dealing
coming from
because he
you.
thinks that they're
If
bringing
it's coming from
DRUGS,
you, I
which there
don't
was no
believe it.
evidence given to Congress that that was true. But
I
he's
don't
totally
believe whether
okay
it's from you.
with Donald Trump literally pardoning someone, literally pardoning a sea drug trafficker.
What is a speed drug trafficker?
I can't tell you the specific name because it's TikTok TOS, but look it up.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So you're saying you're abbreviating the
You
actual
can't say the
drug.
specific name, else I have to kick you off
I'm
because it's
not.
TikTok
I'm
TOS.
not.
Just letting you
Ignore
know.
me. Anyways, okay. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but obviously he has his reasons for pardoning them, right? Do you know what the reason was?
Okay. So yeah,
Do you know what the reason was?
it sounds like favors, right, and like corruption to
Does
me.
it say what?
Ron,
Does it say
thank you
what
so
the
much for the
reason
10
was?
member subscriptions. It sounds like he's like going full fascist, and then he has like particular like family people or people that he knew that he's like specifically trying to do favors, and or people that know things that are bad about him.
Oh, is that? Oh, see, that's not your opinion, though.
I mean that was my opinion. Yes.
Yeah, okay, your opinion means about 1.0% to me. So let's
Okay.
move on to the next
Do
topic.
I really care?
No, do I?
Who asked? Who asked for that opinion of yours?
I asked. I didn't ask for it. You said
No,
it.
I don't think anyone
asked.
asked. Honestly, I don't think a single person asked for that one.
Right. So you just gave it up for no reason.
No, I was talking about what you said.
Anyway, so what's the next topic? You want to talk about abortion?
You could bring up whatever you want.
Well, you're asking me why I support Trump.
Bring up your topic. You're the most educated about. I meant.
What do you mean, my most educated?
Yeah, Nate. Bring up the topic you are most educated about.
Or like maybe the one I'm feel most strongly about.
Yeah, the one you feel strongest about, or you are most educated about.
Well, abortion is definitely not the one, so we can stay away from that one then because
So you're not educated about abortion.
It's not that I'm educated or not. It's just it's an ongoing thing that's been going on for 50 years.
And are you
it's
pro-life?
never stopped. I don't believe that women should use it as a contraceptive.
Okay. Where in the human body does conception occur?
When as soon as that egg meets the
No, where in the
sperm.
human body?
in a woman's womb.
Nope. I said where does
Where?
conception occur? And what is the other anatomical name for the womb?
Parker, We just get to the point. I mean, if you're trying to point out that I don't know clinical terms, but just get to your point, Parker.
I'm just saying you don't know what the uterus is. You don't know that conception occurs in the fallopian tubes.
Well, I've raised 5 children, so I think I know what a
You
uterus
refer
is.
to contraceptives
I
as
got
a
children older than you,
contraceptic.
Parker. Calm down.
Okay. And does that mean that like you should be able to advocate for people to have a restricted access to their bodies?
Hey, you asked me my opinion. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but your opinion is that you want to restrict people's access from a legal perspective. You can have your opinion, but you're trying to put your opinion in the law to restrict people from getting access to it.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. The law. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that morally it's right to end life. Okay. So,
Okay, but do you think there should be a restricted access to abortion in this country?
well, first of all, if they're like illegal, I mean, like teenage girls going out getting pregnant and then going and doing it unalivingly behind their parents' back, yes, I do not agree with that at all.
What? I'm sorry. You think that so you think that only kids should be prosecuted for this?
No, 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 no. You missed the point completely. I said that people like I don't know if I don't want to say words that will get you in trouble. So in other words, like here in California, there's locations that are called um, it's for basically teenage girls that can go there without the parents' consent or even knowing about it, and have the procedure done behind their parents' back. It's called
Okay.
Planned Parenthood.
Okay, so so it should only be banned in that circumstance.
I believe that should be illegal. That's one of them. Okay, I mean, there's many aspects to it. Now, if a young
So you
girl
want to
gets,
restrict children from getting access to healthcare?
I don't believe that's healthcare. Unaliving a baby is not healthcare,
That's not what doctors
especially,
indicate. I mean, this is from
especially without
so
the
then
parents'
why are they
consent.
going to a hospital or to a doctor?
Would you be okay with your 13-year-old daughter getting that done without you knowing about it?
My 13-year-old daughter would have would have meant she was assaulted.
No, 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 no. I'm saying if you're
I would be worried that my child was assaulted.
Parker, I'm not talking about assault. I'm talking about if your 14, 15-year-old daughter goes out, has sex with her boyfriend, gets pregnant, doesn't want you to know, and goes to a location, Planned Parenthood, and has the sex with.
I wouldn't say that she did something wrong by getting an
Well, you don't
abortion.
let
I
people
wouldn't
finish.
blame her for getting the abortion. I would say that like I would want to create a better set of circumstances and environment where she feels like she can talk to me about things that are happening,
Are
right?
you okay with that entity, that location, being able to do that without you knowing about it legally?
Could you say that the like the healthcare providers? Well,
Okay.
I wouldn't get mad at
Are
either
you
or in
up
that
and down, or you're
circumstance.
not
I would
understanding it?
in
Okay,
that circumstance I'm wanting to provide the environment for my kid where
Parker,
they feel like they
listen to
can
the
come to
question.
me about things that are happening to them,
Okay, Parker,
right? And I want to
you're
ensure
avoiding the
that
question.
environment
Wow, you
exists. That's
really
what I
are
would be
avoiding the
worried about in this
question.
scenario.
Okay, but can I give you my scenario?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a real scenario too, a real one. There's a location
I
in
just don't really know.
California.
My kid would probably communicate with me. Right? I think I would
Okay,
be able to
great,
set up a communication. At least I would hope I would
fantastic.
be able to. And if I wasn't
But
able to,
there's
then I
millions
would
of
like
kids
to
that don't.
continue to try my hardest to be able to provide that.
Okay, great. Now, there's location in California. It's called Planned Parenthood. A
Okay, I live in
teenager,
California.
okay, a teenager can walk in there, being 15 years old, had sex with her boyfriend consensually, got pregnant, doesn't want her parents to find out. She can get an abortion without her parents ever knowing about it. You think that's okay?
Do I think that should be illegal? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I do think they should be able to get access to an abortion.
Ding, ding,
And
ding.
I would hope that
That's a
they would
restriction.
have the
Parker, that's a restriction. Good boy. That's a restriction.
what
You just made you just agreed with the right side on that.
on what?
Oh shit, Parker, you're in trouble. Look at your comments.
What did I agree with?
You just said that you agree that in that aspect that there should be restrictions on a female's choice,
What restrictions did I just advocate for?
that she cannot go into a location and get it done without her parents' knowledge or of approval.
Did you just hear what I said? I think
Yeah,
I said
I did. Did
otherwise.
you? You said that you should it be illegal without the parents for that location to do it without letting the parents know.
I said it should be legal.
Oh my God, bro. You're sick, Parker. You're so sick, bro.
How am I sick?
You are so okay, bro. Hey, your listeners are gonna know the truth.
Okay. So what did I say that was
Wow.
bad?
You said that you thought it should be illegal.
I said it should be legal. I think you misheard
Okay.
me.
All right. But okay. So you think it should be legal that the parents, so you would be fine with you not knowing about it and having some hack
No, what I
doctor
would not be
doing
fine
that
about is that
procedure.
I've created an environment where my kid feels like they
No, no,
can't
no,
come
no.
to me.
That's not the question. That's not the question. The question is, you're okay with some hack doctor at one of those locations doing that to your daughter without you knowing about it?
I think that I'd
Answer
be
the question,
worried
Parker.
again, like I've said a
Answer the
million
question,
times.
Parker.
I'd be more worried about the fact that my kid felt like they
Okay,
couldn't
that's not the
talk to
question. That
me
you're
or
avoiding
my
the question.
wife about this
Pivoting,
about what was
pivoting,
happening.
pivoting. Answer the question, Parker.
I did.
You can't. No, you didn't. Are you okay with it?
Am I okay with it? Yes.
Yeah. Wow. You're such a liar, Parker. When you have a daughter, I'm going to remind you of this conversation, buddy.
Okay.
You're
And
such
I'm
a
going to have
liar.
the same position because I think it's my duty as a parent in that circumstance to try my best
Of
to
course.
create an environment where my kid
Hmm.
feels like they can come to me and talk to me about things
I
that are
know.
happening to
I
them
agree. I agree.
so
We're
that
not talking
we
about that.
can work together to ensure that
We're
they're
not
going to be
talking
good
about
and
that.
okay and safe.
We're not talking about that. Why do you think Planned Parenthood exists? It's so the parents don't know about it.
What do I think? I think Planned Parenthood is okay.
No, it exists for that reason, so the teenagers can go there without the parents knowing about it.
And why are you such a snowflake about that?
Because it's wrong, Parker. It's my daughter. I don't want some hack doctor doing a procedure on my daughter
Wait,
behind
was
my
she?
back.
Wait, so you want to force your daughter to go through pregnancy?
No, like you say, go through me, and then I
Okay, so
would,
so
would take
then
it
so
to a
then so
correct
then you would
doctor.
let her get an abortion?
I would try to convince her out of it if it was
Oh,
consensual.
Okay. So
But that's not
what
what
if
we're
she
talking about. Stop
wanted
trying
to
to
get an
pivot.
abortion
You're
though?
pivoting.
No, answer
Now
this.
you're going.
Answer this. No, you wanted to ask these questions. What if she wanted to get an abortion?
I would
What would
say
you do in
no.
that circumstance?
I would say no. That's my opinion.
What
My
do you mean
opinion
you
is
would
no.
say no? But she wants to. She's gonna do it. What would you try to stop her?
I can't. And it's
You
not
can't.
in
So if she
California.
did get an abortion, would you like disown her?
No,
Okay.
no, not at all.
Okay. So then, do you think it's murder?
Yes.
Okay. So you think that? Do you think she should go to prison for committing murder?
No. No.
You don't think people should go to prison for committing murder?
It's not illegal. It's not illegal to get an abortion in California.
Okay, but I'm just saying, do you think that people should go to
Well, no,
prison for
you're
murder?
making a hypothetical that's
I'm
not true.
asking you a question. Do you think people should go to prison for murder?
For actual murder, yes. That's
So
not
would
murder,
you?
though.
So it's not murder.
No.
So
It's
abortion's not
not,
murder.
no, it's an unaliving of a pre-human.
So it's not murder.
Not in the word that you're trying to context that you're trying to make it.
Okay,
No,
so if it's not murder, well then why are you trying to say it should be illegal for other people
because it's
to do it?
immoral. What do you mean, the abortion or to murder somebody?
Abortion. Yeah, you
It's
just agree. You
immoral.
agree that abortion is not murder.
It's immoral.
Wait, if it's immoral, then you think it's murder.
No, I think it's immoral.
Okay, what do you think murder is?
Murder is when you go and put a GUN or
I'm not
I,
asking for an example. I'm asking you for a definition.
it's unaliving of a live person.
Okay, if it's self-defense, is that murder?
No.
Okay, so it's not just the unaliving of someone; it's the immoral unaliving of a person, right?
Or
So not only
or
is it not a person, but we wouldn't consider it immoral. So if you do consider it immoral, then you don't. Then you do think it's murder.
Okay, so what's your point?
Okay, if you do think it's murder, then do you think that she should go to prison if she were to have done that? Your daughter.
No. No, because it's not illegal.
And then it
And
sounds like you don't think it's murder then.
well, because it's not illegal. You're talking
So
about.
if it became illegal, right? Would you then want her to go to
But
prison?
it's not. It's not.
Wait, no. Would you advocate for her to go to prison if it were illegal?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. So then, sounds like you don't think it's
so
murder.
stupid. Your questions are so
My
stupid,
question
Parker.
is,
You
what do you
can't
mean?
care.
I'm just trying to see if you consider it to be murder. And I think the example that you brought up of your daughter, right? Like, it actually, like, or
So
of
you
like
don't
your
do
daughter
you
in the
consider
circumstance
abortion
actually
murder?
like bites you in the ass because it kind of
Do you
indicates
consider it
that
murder?
the way that you view it actually indicates you probably don't see it as murder because
Do
you
you
don't
see
think
it
that
as
they should go
murder?
to jail for doing it. I have a question. If your daughter murdered someone, right? Like murdered a person,
Oh, so
would you
oh,
want
it
her to
is
go to
different.
prison?
You just proved it. You just proved it. It is different, isn't it? You just proved my point. It's different, right? You
What's
just
different?
proved it. The way you just pivoted the question, you just proved my point.
What was your point?
That is different. You just
What's different?
you just asked it differently in the way I was telling you.
What's different?
You know what I'm saying, Parker. Don't
No, you
act
tell me.
dumb.
What's different?
The,
I genuinely don't know, actually.
the way you're asking the question is different now.
Yeah, what's different?
Okay, ask it again.
You tell me. Tell me what was different.
I love your face when you know you're wrong, Parker. You're such a little kid, bro. Seriously.
Why don't
You,
you answer the question instead of just saying I'm a little kid? And if I'm a little kid, then Donald Trump said he would date a kid because I'm
I
23
don't
years
think.
old, and he said he would date a
Oh.
10-year-old girl in 10 years. So
So how old will she be in 10 years?
20, which would be a kid to you, right? Because I'm a kid.
No, but it would be
Wait, you said
legal.
I'm a little kid. So I
I
like how he
told
says
you.
that I'm a little kid to try to
I would tell you about a
undermine me
20-year-old.
and to act like I'm
What's
not
wrong with a
intelligent and to
20-year-old?
not listen to me, but that you're going to act like a 20-year-old is so old so that you can sexualize them.
What's wrong with a 20-year-old?
Wait, I'm 23. You just said that I'm such a little kid.
No.
So
You're
you're going
saying
to
a
act like
20
I'm such a child, right? But you're going to sexualize women that are younger than me?
What?
You're
What
going
are
to
you talking
sexualize women
about?
that are younger than me? But then
Are
you're
they
going to say
legal?
that I'm too
Are they
young
20?
and I'm a little kid.
What, am I sexualizing you?
Sorry, not you. I meant Trump. You're going to be okay with Trump doing that.
Okay, you lost me for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. When did I sexualize you?
That's not what I was saying.
Well, I don't know. You pivoted. Now you went from abortion to Trump sexualizing 20-year-olds. Where are we at, Parker?
Did you even listen to anything I was saying? It seems like you didn't.
Well, you pivoted so far left. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about anymore.
I didn't pivot, really. I addressed the points that were brought up in the conversation.
When were we talking about Trump freaking sexualizing 20-year-olds?
You understand the context, right? Do you
Yeah, we're
remember
talking
any of the
about abortion.
conversation?
We're talking about abortion.
Do you remember any of the conversation?
All of it. Every word.
All of it, every word?
Even when you pivoted and asked me the
So
same
what did I
question
say that
in a
led up to
different
that?
way about the murder. Yeah, because about the murder, you said that if your daughter actually murdered somebody, because you were trying to say that abortion is murder and it's the same thing. Would you think your daughter should go to jail? But then I said it's not the same thing. And then you said, oh, okay, wait a minute. So let's say your daughter actually murdered somebody, like a real person, like a adult, and actually murdered. So then I said to you, oh, see, look, you do see that it's different. You just asked it the way that I was saying.
You're misunderstanding what I was talking about. I was referencing the
Okay.
fact that you were
Did I
calling me a
remember or did
little
I remember?
child. Listen, you were calling me a little child while
Uh-huh.
simultaneously saying that you support Donald Trump, who said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, and you were trying to act like a 20-year-old was old enough specifically for him to sexualize and to say he'd be dating in 10 years. But I'm, as a 23-year-old, a little kid.
Well, because your face expressions when you know you've been had, you make this like a
Well,
little
you're the
kid
one who
face.
got
You
dunked on.
smile. You smile. No, you've been dunked on twice by me already. But let's go. Let's
What
move
points?
on.
Name the points.
Right now about the question about the murder.
What question about the murder?
I'm not going to go back to it. You want to act stupid. You're
You
not going
can't
to
bring
admit
it
it
up.
anyways.
You got
I
to tell
just
me the
did
2 points you
twice.
beat me on. You said
I
you beat me
just
on 2
did it
points.
twice. I just did and the abortion
If
about
you
the
if
parent
you think that
about if it was
Steve
your
has
daughter
taken an
and
L on
about
both
your
of the
daughter.
arguments that he thinks he's bringing up, type a 1 in the comment section. Thank you for the galaxy. Thank you so much. I think
You're
Steve
talking
lost on
about
both of
your.
those points.
I'm-
Janet,
You're
thank you so
talking
much for the
about your
$10. I really
your
appreciate it. Thank you
listeners.
so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Emily, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. No, seriously though.
You took a poll and
Tania,
you
thank you so much. I really
listeners.
appreciate the
That's okay.
$7. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Tania, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You got 5,000 people here. Listen, they're your followers, and you take a poll. Really?
What poll? I didn't bring up a
You
poll.
said put a one in there if they. Oh my! Are you really that dumb? You don't even hear what you
I do
say?
no. Listen, I said I didn't open up a poll. Are you? I did a poll, but I didn't open up a poll. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, semantics. See, that's the immaturity in you. You're
Push the
stupid
galaxy. That's
semantics.
not immaturity. I was just claiming. I was just saying it, and you
It's
got mad.
immature. It's
You
immature.
get easily rage baited.
I'm not fucking baited at all. I'm laughing at you.
And Tania, it depends on the context. I would say look at like the reference of the Fourth Amendment, or and how the ICE would be undermining that, and then like what they're able to get away with on a federal perspective. I think those would be the most important things I can say right now to you. Benjamin, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Katie, thank you for the dollar. Libby with the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You've already created that environment for your 10 kids. Thank you so much, Libby. I appreciate the $50. Choose some W's for
What do
Libby
you
in the
think of
comment
the
section
Second
right now.
Amendment?
Benjamin, thank you for the $10. Jennifer, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $40. Thank you so much. And happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I really appreciate it. Keep some W's for Jennifer in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. That's
Happy
that's
birthday,
so nice
Jennifer.
of you. I really appreciate it. Happy early birthday. Lacey, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it for tissues and lemon tea. Thank you. And Deborah, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey, Parker,
It's
do you
crazy.
believe in the
Thank you so
Second
much. And
Amendment?
Tiffany, thank you for the $3. What's up?
Parker, do you believe in the Second Amendment?
I believe a form of the Second Amendment should exist, yeah.
Do you believe in the Constitution? 100%?
Not 100%. I disagree with some aspects, and I think that we should build on top of it. But for a huge
Really?
portion of the Constitution, I think it's very important.
But you don't believe in the Second Amendment.
And I believe in the Second Amendment. I just believe in a different interpretation than other people of the Second Amendment.
Well, it's pretty cut and dry, Parker. It's the right to bear arms.
Well, obviously, there's more text to that, but the
But
idea
that-
is that it's
that's
not the right to
just-
bear all arms. Like, you don't believe people should be able to get legal access to nuclear weapons, right?
That's the semantics that I'm talking about, Parker. I mean, let's stay on Earth. Stay with me,
Well,
everybody.
when you're talking about the interpretation of the Constitution, that is obviously going to be semantics. It's kind of dumb of you to assume that has nothing to do with semantics. Push the galaxy. Thank you, Mallory.
Parker, when was the last time someone dropped a nuclear bomb on somebody?
Push the galaxy. Hey, dude, the point I'm bringing this up is because you don't believe that it should be legal for people to get access to nuclear weapons who are just American citizens. That's ridiculous. Push the galaxy. Thank you. You don't think
It
Elon
wouldn't
Musk,
even-
because he's a
it wouldn't even
trillionaire,
be-
should
it
just be able to
wouldn't even be-
develop one?
It wouldn't even be possible for an American citizen to get his hands on a nuclear weapon.
You don't
So it
think
doesn't
Elon
matter.
Musk could be able to do that
No, I don't.
with $1
To be
trillion?
honest with I mean, he could buy one maybe legally. You're talking about legally. We're talking about legal guns here.
Yeah, yeah. If you're saying right to bear arms, obviously you don't think it's legal in all circumstances.
Well, it's not all arms are legal. We've already stated that. Is an AK-47 legal? No.
Okay, so obviously not all arms are legal. Yeah.
Right, that's not what the amendment says. The amendment says a right to bear arms. It doesn't
Okay.
specify.
Yeah,
which
that's all the point I was making.
Okay, so, but my point is like, because you're talking about gun control and safety of children and safety of people and all that, correct?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why you just brought
how
this
can
up. We
you-
were talking about like that was earlier. Yeah.
Well, because you already gave up on the abortion thing, I thought.
No, I was still talking about
You
abortion.
pivoted- Oh, no, because you pivoted to fucking Trump.
And
being
I asked you a specific question you never
sexualizing
answered. You want me to ask the question again? Like, if your daughter
Sure.
got an abortion, would you say that she should go to prison?
I know I answered that. I said no.
Okay, if your daughter murdered a person, right, would you say that she
Yes.
should go to prison?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't think abortion is murder?
No.
Okay, then why do you think it should be illegal if it's not murder?
I didn't say it should be illegal.
Okay, well then why would you say that's a reason why you support Trump?
I didn't never said that either. I didn't say that's why I support Trump.
Okay,
I said
why were
that
we even talking about abortion then? Why'd you bring it up?
because I asked you. The one question I asked you was, do you think it's okay for certain locations to do the procedure to teenage girls without
Well,
the parents' consent?
if you
and
are
knowledge?
pro-choice, then you don't care either. You think it should be legal.
No, I don't. I don't. Like I said, certain locations should be legal and not legal. I don't think any
Certain
hack jobs
locations
do.
is crazy. And also, why do you support Donald Trump even though he's restricting access to abortion?
But has he made it illegal anywhere?
It has, because he's put people in the
No,
Supreme
he
Court with the
hasn't.
explicit reason of overturning Roe versus Wade. Grave victims in this
No,
country have
he
had
gave it
restricted
back
access
to
to
the state.
abortion.
He gave it to the states.
You said he gave it to the states. That restricts access to abortion
But
because
again,
it was federally protected prior.
right. But each state now has their own decision to make, right? As it should be. I
Each
support
state
that
has it.
100%.
Wait, say that one more time. Sorry.
He gave it. He gave the
You're saying each
states.
state has a decision to make. Okay, that restricts access to abortion. I'm confused how that added on my point. That just proves my point.
So okay, so you don't. So you're okay with you're basically you're okay with abortion being legal no matter what, in any case, any scenario, no matter what, right?
Well, I do think that there are moral issues with elective abortions after the
Thank
context of
you.
viability, or
That's
after the
all I
context of
said.
sentience. But I do think that like there are not people just like waiting till that point to do so, and I do think that laws in of itself will probably just restrict more people who need
What's
access
the
to it
age?
in
What's the
situations in which
age
it's
of
necessary in those circumstances for
What's
medical
the age of
health.
term that you're okay with?
What's that?
What's the age of term, weeks of term? Are you
Well, I
okay
think
with?
sentience happens around 23, 24 weeks.
So you're okay up until that point.
Yeah.
After that point, you're not okay with it.
But morally, I think in elective circumstances it's wrong, but I don't think anyone's just willy nilly doing that.
No, but I'm
So
asking
I,
you,
I, I take
would
into the
that be
fact that the
murder? Would
abortion
that be
policies
murder?
restrict people's access to abortion in situations in which they need it.
Week 25, would that be murder?
If at that point it'd just be an induction of labor.
This guy can't answer a question. After week 25, is that murder?
No, because it's an induction of labor.
How about week 40?
No, because it's an induction of labor.
No, see, that's where we disagree, buddy. Sorry.
What are you talking about? They
Because a
induce
40
labor at
week.
that point if someone what are you talking about? That doesn't lead to the
No.
death of the fetus.
Oh my. Are you telling me that nobody's had an abortion at week 30, or week 26, 27?
People do not willy-nilly do this. Right? No
I'm
one
not, that's
waits
not,
to do a
has it
lethal
been done?
abortion at
Has it
that
been
point.
done?
When your idea of an abortion, a lethal abortion at that point, no one's doing lethal abortion at that point. At that point, they do early birth.
So what's the difference between week 20 and week 26?
Viability.
Why?
What do you mean why? Medically, that's
What?
when it's viable. What do you mean why?
There's
That's
no
just what
heartbeat?
happens descriptively.
Oh, a week 20, there's no heartbeat?
There's a heartbeat at week 20, but it's not
Is it,
viable outside of the
is
womb.
it, wow. That's your opinion.
What? Yes. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. It's there's only been one fetus that's ever survived slightly after 20 weeks. So at 20 weeks, right? Even there's never been a single fetus that's ever survived outside of the womb.
So what's your point? That it's okay then?
Wait, I was just telling you what happens.
No, I know, but it's okay to end its life one day before that?
One day before sentience, yeah.
Yeah. See, that's where we disagree then. That's okay. We can
Okay,
disagree.
you can cry
Okay.
about it.
I'm not crying. I
You
just
don't think
disagree
you
with
don't think
you.
it should be illegal, right?
I don't think I don't believe in having abortions. It's immoral, and that's my belief.
Okay,
Why
but
do
do
you?
you think it should be
Why do I?
illegal?
Why?
Do you think that Donald Trump should have left it up to the states?
Yes, I do.
That's absurd because that restricts people's access to abortion, even in situations where people
Okay,
have been
great.
assaulted. There have
It
been
shouldn't be.
10-year-olds
It
that have been
shouldn't
forced to
be
go
that
to other
easy to
states to be able to get
access.
access to an abortion because of their
It
state's
shouldn't be
abortion
that
laws.
easy. We're talking
You're,
about 10-year-old. How many
so
10-year-olds are we talking about? Are you
there,
serious?
there have been
You're talking.
10-year-olds in different states that have had restricted access to abortion after they were assaulted.
I've never heard of that. One maybe.
No, there's way more than one case.
Bottom line is, why is it that you believe that everybody should have full access to it? Nearly, like here in California, that Planned Parenthood is a joke, bro. I mean, seriously, those doctors are hack. I would be ashamed of you if you allowed your daughter to go to one of those places.
To go to
Seriously,
Planned Parenthood?
yes.
Why?
You don't know anything about it, do you? Look, I can tell by your face expression.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what's so bad at the devil Planned Parenthood that means that you
Bro,
wouldn't let your kid go to the devil Planned Parenthood
it's not that I wouldn't let
for
her.
anything.
They don't need your. That's the thing. What I'm telling you, they don't have to have your permission to go there, and they don't have the
Then why are you
responsibility
living in
to
California?
let you know about it.
Do
Bro,
you live in
I'm
California?
58. Parker, I'm 58 years old. My kids are all over the age of 30. Calm down.
Okay, so then what are you complaining about, bro?
I, Well, you're asking my opinion. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah, and you're complaining about something that has nothing to do with you.
You think Trump has kids that he used to worry about getting abortions?
You're saying, yeah, Trump. I mean, sure. I guess Trump's kids could get abortions. What was your point?
No, my point is it doesn't matter how old I am or how, I mean, if I'm going to have kids. You're saying why am I crying about it? I'm just saying I disagree with it.
Yeah, but I'm asked. We're talking about why you support Trump, and you're trying to bring this up as a reason as to why you support Trump. Correct?
Okay, yes.
Yes. So that would be based upon the legal access. So you agree with Donald Trump leaving it up to the states, which restricts legal access to abortion, even in situations in which people have been assaulted in certain states.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. If that's what happened,
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. That's disgusting. Because you're
Well,
okay with that. You're totally okay with
well,
that. That's fucking
so is
horrible.
so is 87 million other people.
87, you can't do math apparently. 77 is the actual number.
Whatever. Semantics.
I have a question. Do you have an issue with Zohran Mamdani advocating to teach children Arabic numerals? I support that
Arabic.
policy. I think that's a great policy.
What in the public schools?
Yeah, public schools. All kids should be taught Arabic numerals
And what's the purpose of that?
because they have that's an important thing for them to learn. Very useful in
Why?
their life.
Why?
What do you mean why? Do you
Why?
disagree with that?
Yes,
Why? Why do you disagree with teaching children Arabic numerals?
because we don't speak Arabic here.
What, you don't have to speak Arabic in order to use Arabic numerals.
Why would I want to use Arabic numerals? What's wrong with?
You already use Arabic numerals.
Okay, in what aspect?
1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
3,
So
4,
what's your point?
5,
So you're saying, oh, okay, great.
7, 6,
So that's where we
7.
got our arithmetic numbers. Great. Okay, so you got one on me. You're smart.
Dude, wait, so
Great. Good
you
job.
had an
Good
issue
job,
with
Parker. Good job, Parker.
with
Congratulations, Parker.
numbers. Oh my god. Numbers, everybody.
Are you proud of yourself?
Numbers. Oh my god, Zohran Mamdani's trying to teach children numbers. Numbers. How dare he teach children about numbers and math in the school system? How dare he?
You're like one of those kids that would ask you, "Hey, what's the biggest organ
Dude,
on your
you got
body?"
dunked on, bro. You got dunked on.
Okay, so I didn't
And
know
you
the
didn't
Arabic
even, dude,
numbers.
that shit's so funny. Like,
I'm sure
the fact that you
probably-
had that response
when
is
did you know
actually
that? When
hilarious.
did
Like,
you know that?
that's totally getting
honest.
clipped.
Be
That is
honest, when
totally
did you
getting
learn that?
clipped, dude.
When did you learn that? Be honest.
When did I learn this? I mean, I've knew this I've known that we learned Arabic numerals.
No. Don't lie. Now, don't
My
fuck it
first
up by lying.
response wouldn't be, let's get rid of Arabic numerals. That's horrible.
I didn't say that at all. You're putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, you were
When did I
saying that
say
we
it's
should
horrible?
you're saying that, why do we need that?
Exactly. I didn't know what it was. I didn't say it was horrible.
You're like, we don't
See?
speak Arabic.
We
Appreciate the
don't.
galaxy, thank you.
Do we speak Arabic?
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. Do you speak Arabic?
I'm currently
Let me see,
speaking it right now.
Arabic. Let me see. No, that's first of all, English comes from the Latin language.
I'm currently speaking Arabic right now.
Oh my God, Parker, are we gonna have I thought you wanted a debate, but I guess you resorted to childish games now.
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna troll you because obviously I'm not speaking Arabic right now.
No shit, Bear. I mean, come on, seriously, you sound stupid.
No, I don't. How many consonants
you
are
do.
there?
17.
What are the continents?
If I name all 7 continents, will you shut up?
No.
How about name me 5 capitals in South America?
Can you name first?
North America, South America, Africa, Australia, Europe. Wait, why are you holding 2?
Wait, sorry. Go repeat.
You gonna count them?
Yep.
Okay, North America, South America, Africa, Australia, Asia, Europe, Antarctica. 7. Are you happy?
No.
Oh,
How many branches of government are there?
Now name me 5 capitals in South America.
Buenos Aires, Brasilia, Santiago, Lima, and
Don't look at it. What are you looking
Pretoga.
at? Who?
I'm not looking at anything. What are you talking about?
Wait. Did you say Botoga? It's Bogota, you moron.
Yeah, that's
Botoga.
my bad.
Bogota.
I read it incorrectly. I apologize.
How about Lima? Yeah, you read it. So you were looking at it, huh? Lima,
Yeah,
Peru.
of course, dude. I don't know. I don't know about capitals off the
Come
top of
on.
my head.
All right, name me 17 capitals in the U.S. Can you name that?
17 capitals in the United States.
10 capitals.
I probably could, but like I just it's a lot to go through. Yeah.
Without looking, look, he's looking. He's probably typing
No,
it up right
I
now.
won't look anything up. I'm serious.
Too
10
late. Forget
capitals
it.
in the United States.
You don't want to have a geography
No,
battle.
I'll tell you.
Trust me. Trust me.
Sacramento.
It's your
Do you want me
California.
to go then?
How about you name
Sacramento,
the cap? Wait. Let's
New
do this.
York.
You name the capital, and I'll tell you where it's from. How's that?
What? Name the capital and you'll tell me where it's
Read the
from. No,
capital. You're reading it.
do you
Read
want
the
me
capital,
to? I'm not
and
reading
I'll
any
tell you what
capital. I
state.
literally have my hands up. I'm not reading anything. I'm
Okay,
looking at you.
but we'll challenge each other. So you read the capital, I'll tell you what state it's the capital of. You want to do that?
I don't care for you to be a part of it. You want me to name them? I'll name them.
Well, no. We're having a battle of wits, right?
Oh, by the way, New York is not a capital, by the way.
No
It's
shit.
Albany.
You're the one who said it.
I did. But you didn't call it out.
I heard it, but I'm not as trolly as you are, so I didn't care.
I probably said it because you said something to do with a state.
I never said New York.
Yeah,
What's
but
the capital of Texas?
do you want me to name them? Do you want me to name them, or do you want
Capital
to just cut me
Texas.
off so I can't
Texas
name
is a big
them?
one. Stop reading them. It's capital of Texas, quick. He's looking it up.
Dallas.
Capital of
So,
Texas.
I already told you.
It's not Dallas.
What is it?
Arlington, you
It's
moron.
Austin. Holy shit, dude! I'm cooked. I'm getting clipped. Parker's getting clipped. Parker's
You don't
getting
wanna
clipped, dude.
have- you don't wanna
What
have a
is Parker
battle of
doing?
geography
What is
with me,
Parker
buddy.
doing, bro?
You do not want to have a battle of
Parker's
geography
bad at
with me.
capitals. Parker forgot his capitals. Can we get an L for Parker in the chat?
How about Europe? Are you good with Europe? Want to go with Europe?
No, my geography's dog shit, man.
All right, then okay. So I'll let you off on that one. What
Bro,
about?
I actually, yeah, that was a huge L for Parker right there. Like, actually.
Yeah, and you're so educated. I thought you'd be better at National Geographic.
Yeah, genuinely, I should be. I mean, maybe we should invest into our education system.
Maybe you read too much TikTok and too much fake news.
Yeah, too much fake news. Yeah, what fake news?
Well, basically CNN, ABC. Actually, even to be honest with you, even all of them, they all have their own and their own.
So you just consider anything fake news? Okay, so then,
Well, anything that's local. Like on the internet, you can find some real news.
wait, sorry,
You know
repeat that
this.
again?
I said on the internet, you can find some real news.
Okay, where?
Do you
Like, what's
believe?
real
So
news?
are you telling me? Are you telling me you don't think CNN has an agenda towards the left?
I'm asking you, what do you think is real news?
Believe it or not, I believe there's some South American. I remember I'm South American, so I have a lot of family ties in Chile, Argentina, Colombia, and some of the stuff that they report over there, even about the U.S. or about the world in general, is way more in depth and real than it is. They don't have an agenda. They don't give a shit if we are Republican or Democratic. They don't give a shit about that here. I mean, over there. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that? So here, Fox is totally right. It's all, their agenda is all Trump. And I admit that. CNN agenda is all left. Would you agree with that or no?
So I didn't really hear like a particular thing that you liked. So ideologically, yes, there's left-wing media, but that doesn't mean it's fake news. But ideologically, you could say there's left-wing media. I'm not disputing that.
Right. Okay.
For CNN, I do think there's a lot of right-wing aspects to CNN that people just don't care to mention or talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's important just to acknowledge that there's ideological media on both sides.
Yes, I agree with that. We agree on something, Parker. Where do you get most of your news and your stats?
AP News, NPR, PBS, Reuters, and then Bureau of Labor Statistics, Bureau of
Those are
Economic
better.
Analysis.
Yeah,
St. Louis
those are
Federal
way
Reserve.
better. Those are way better than freaking ABC, CBS, NBC,
Okay.
CNN.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. This is your show, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how we got to this, genuinely.
I'm just surprised you haven't.
Can you name like a
pissed you off
policy of
and
Trump's
kicked
you
me
like?
yet. Well, I don't like to go there because no matter what policy I say, you're just going to go and say that's not his policy. That policy. I
No,
just,
just
you
say
want
it.
to know
Just
my,
say it.
you want to know,
I'll be nice.
Parker, do you want to know my true belief of why I go towards Trump and not Kamala?
Yeah, go ahead.
One is Democrats have had plenty of time to fix our country,
Oh, so
and it
is
has
it going
no.
to just be
Wait,
Democrats bad? Nothing about like
let me.
what Donald
Can
Trump's
I
plans are?
can I finish?
Go ahead.
And I figured it's time to give somebody else with a different mentality, a different thought, a chance to see what they can do. Now, if he falls flat on his face in 4 years and our economy is fucking dog shit and horrible and we're in a recession and blah, 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 well, guess what? We all get to vote again and change it. That's the beauty of this country. But to sit here for 4 years straight, bashing and hating and this rhetoric, and I get it, you make money off your little site, and I get it. I mean, this is content for you. Okay? I get it. This is content. You're
I
making
get
money,
it,
you're
Parker.
making
You're
it.
a grifter. I get it, Parker, actually. You're grifting. I can see why you do this, but, like, genuinely, why do you hate on all of us when the only reason I could say that why I support Donald Trump is a reason because I hate Democrats?
Push the galaxy.
Actually, I don't hate Kamala. I think she's fake as hell, but I don't hate
Well,
her.
you just said all you could bring up is like you don't like Democrats. Not that like you had
But
a
you hate,
Pacific
you see, you hate Trump. There's a difference.
specific
I don't
policy.
hate Kamala. I don't hate Kamala. You hate Trump.
I do hate Trump.
Okay, there's a difference between the lefties and the righties.
I mean, Trump literally says that he hates his enemy. So, versus the galaxy.
Okay, I'm talking about you. You hate because he hates? That makes sense.
No, I hate him because he was held civilly liable of sexual abuse, because he incited a violent insurrection of the Capitol and pardoned violent rioters who beat police officers and called them patriots, because he bragged about walking in the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent, where an 18-year-old came out and said there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing
Heard
rooms
it all,
when Donald Trump
Parker.
would barge in. You heard it
better
all, and yet you still
memorize.
support
We
the
get
guy
it.
who literally bragged about sexual exploitation and was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman,
We get it. You got to memorize. Good for you, buddy. I've heard that 1,000 times.
and yet you have no response to it.
You know what, Parker? What? Okay.
Parker, you're grifting! Watch it.
No. The Epstein files. You guys were begging for them, correct? And you got them.
They haven't been
Now
released
what?
yet.
Oh my God, Parker, you know as well as I do, absolutely nothing will happen to him or come out with him in it. You know it as well as I do.
So then why was he
That's
trying to why was he trying to limit them from being released?
Why did Biden limit it?
There was no mechanism that Biden engaged in to limit it.
Oh my God. Do you think those things have been, we've had those files since what, 1990, 91?
You understand that like the files were an active investigation, so it's sealed.
The president of the United States, Biden, you don't think he knew about them?
If you'd like to provide me any evidence, he did, and if he did, I would hold him accountable.
Okay, show me evidence that Trump is on it.
Well, he was briefed by Pam Bondi that he was.
No. Show me evidence that he's implicated on it. Do you have it?
Well, I haven't made a claim of implication yet. I haven't seen them yet.
You said he's a pedo.
I said
I've heard you say it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He bragged about walking in the changing rooms of naked women.
That doesn't make him a pedo. That doesn't make him a pedo.
Yes, it does, because he's sexualizing a 10-year-old. He's also, by the way, let me finish. By the way, he not only did he sexualize a 10-year-old, but he also specifically bragged about walking in the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent, where an 18-year-old came out and said there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms and Donald Trump would barge in. Plus, you should look into Katie Johnson and her story, right? Do you believe the victims of Epstein?
Do you have any evidence of any of it?
Yes.
Or just hearsay?
Yes. Of what? Of what claim that I made?
Of him having sex with a minor.
You mean graping? We have particularly the fact that they came out about it, but then specifically had to like literally go back because of all of the harassment that they were dealing with.
If we had evidence of him sleeping with a minor,
there is a court case where they specifically talk about it.
Would he not be in jail right now?
But it's because they had the victim specifically had to stop going out because they got death threats and they were being harassed.
So where's your evidence then?
The court documents are of the accusation. That's what I was claiming.
Accusation is not evidence, Parker.
Well, you understand that. Do you believe the other Epstein victims?
Yes, I do. They had
You do?
victims. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking, but
Do you believe what they had to say about what happened to them?
I don't know. I don't
You
know
don't. You
them.
don't know?
I don't. Do you
Wow.
know?
Wow. You don't know if the Epstein
How do you
victims
know?
are telling the truth about what happened to them?
How would I know if they're telling the truth? Do you know?
Yes, I do. I think that they're
No, you
telling the
don't.
truth.
You think. You don't know. See, that's a big difference,
I do
Parker.
know because there's a corroboration, right? The fact that
No,
this has
Parker.
occurred. We
Hearsay.
know that. What do you mean hearsay?
You
He was
know what?
convicted of this.
Do you know what
He was
circumstantial
Epstein was
evidence is?
convicted of child sex trafficking.
Great, great. He was.
Yeah. So that is
Okay.
that's enough for
So
me.
that makes Trump guilty of it.
I never said it makes Trump guilty of it. What I'm saying is that, like,
Then why do you
if
call
you
him a
believe the
pedo?
accusations in one scenario, you should believe the
Then why you
accusations in
call?
this scenario.
No, see, you
I never
should
said that he
know.
was guilty from
I
a criminal
believe.
perspective
I
because
believe
of
in
the fact.
due
Listen,
process.
because of the fact that the current law has not held him accountable for it. Do I think he should be held accountable from a criminal perspective? Absolutely. That guy should be in
Okay,
prison.
great. Okay, but do you have any proof?
Yes.
No, you don't, Parker.
Yes,
See
we
that?
do.
That's.
Donald
I
Trump
think
was held
that's the
civilly
biggest.
liable of sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll. There are 26 different people that have
Oh
accused
my
Donald Trump
God,
of
I'm
sexual
talking about
misconduct.
pedo. Don't
All those
change.
people
I'm talking
together
about pedo.
accuse him, specifically indicates a common narrative that this happened. There are many witnesses that this occurred. Are you
Oh my
Christian?
God. No,
No, you're not.
no.
Do you believe any victims?
Yes.
Okay, and
When
what
there's
evidence
proof.
do you need from those victims to believe them?
Do you believe in the due process of the court hearing of a criminal court?
Wait, say that again?
Do you believe in the process of the criminal court hearings and jury and all that stuff? Do you believe that, or do you just go off hearsay and whatever people? If enough people tell you something, you believe it. Is that what you're saying?
I think if there's 26 different people that are accusing a person of sexual misconduct, I think that they're probably telling the truth.
So if 26 people came out and said something about you, we should put you in jail?
I think that would be good reason to say that. Yeah, but like that's not true.
No.
And by the way,
Exactly.
I just want to be clear. If someone were to, like, be a fucking right wing content creator and were to post it and get like 26 different people to do that, that would be obviously different than 26 different people who are credible victims that come out about this.
But you understand
that,
my
right?
point. I'm just doing. I pulled a Parker. Obviously that's not going to happen. But obviously, what I'm saying is, you see what my
Yeah,
point
obviously
is, right?
that's not going to happen because that would be absurd and that would be indicative of the fact that someone probably did something wrong. If many people came out, right, and specifically said that, that would be indicative of it being true.
Okay, Parker. Let me ask you this: if the files completely 100% get released, and it does come out that there's no indication or proof or anything of him doing it, will you let it go and say you were wrong?
If it was indicated the case that he didn't do anything specifically, I would indicate that to be true, but that's not the case. All evidence indicates he's guilty. If there were literally evidence indicating he's guilty, would you say that he's guilty? And the answer is no.
Okay, thank you. So that's my point. Why don't you wait to see what happens?
He was
before you-
already held civilly liable, unanimously amongst a jury of 9 people, for forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. Do you accept the court determination, the jury's determination in that
That's not a
scenario?
child. I'm talking, dude. Why do you keep?
It doesn't
giving me this?
matter. Well, I'm sorry. Do you think that grape of a woman is okay?
First of all, it wasn't. I do think there's a difference between violent grape and also sexual harassment. There's a big difference.
Wait, I'm sorry. This was grape. Forceful penetration of a woman's vagina against her will is grape.
Then why isn't he in prison?
Do you not know that? Do you not know that forceful penetration of a woman's vagina against her will is grape? Did you not know that?
Right.
Did I just inform you of that?
Why isn't he in prison then?
Because of statute of limitations on criminal cases in the context of New York relating to cases about sexual abuse. So that's why. So don't sit there and be like, "Oh, like this didn't happen to her because this is so stupid."
What?
Right? Because you literally didn't provide any basis for that. You just misunderstood the idea that it's based upon statute of limitations. That's the reason why it didn't come out immediately in terms of a criminal case. Because it's not based on evidence. It's based on the amount of years it's been since the event happened because of a bullshit, stupid law that shouldn't exist.
I'm talking about the Epstein file, and you
We're
calling
not.
him.
I'm talking about he was held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will.
Okay. And so then, do you think Clinton should have been fucking liable for fucking sticking a cigar up freaking Monica Lewinsky's vagina?
What?
You think that's okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. That I don't think that did that happen. I never have heard about this.
Oh my God! Wow. Yeah, look it up. Google it, buddy. Google what he and Monica Lewinsky did in the Oval Office.
No, like you're saying a cigarette, like an actual. Are you
No,
meaning
a
literally?
cigar. No, a cigar holder.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I didn't hear any of this,
Anyways, yeah. Well, okay.
but like I'm confused what your comparison is
My point is that
because
you
you know what
call
we're talking
Trump.
about is forceful penetration of a woman's vagina against her will, right?
You right,
Was Clinton held liable for sexual abuse?
but you actually pivoted. Well, actually, don't even go there because Clinton on the Epstein files looks way worse than Trump does. So don't even go
Wait, by
there.
the way, how do you know he's on the Epstein files?
Because it actually the part that was released is already showing.
I thought you needed evidence.
No, there's evidence that his name is definitely on there.
Wait, but you said wait, but do you have any evidence that he's on there in an incriminating way?
No, not at all.
Okay, so then why'd you make that claim?
Exactly, that's my point. It's just hearsay.
Okay, I mean, if you want to talk about hearsay like that, like what you just
You
brought
just
up,
proved
well,
my
then I
point.
mean, we
You
can
just
bring
proved
up
my
the
point.
emails. Do you know who Bubba is?
Who?
Who's
What'd you
Bubba?
say? Bubba, I have no idea.
You don't know
What
who
is that?
Bubba is?
No, what is that?
Is it Bill or the horse?
What?
Because there was emails about how Trump blew Bubba.
Again, what does that prove, Parker?
Well, I mean, you just said we should talk about, you know,
It
these types
doesn't.
of things that are just you said quote
My
unquote
point is,
hearsay or quote
point is
unquote
that you
rumors, right?
guys.
So
My point is that you guys call him a pedo. He has not been convicted of a pedo, and he's not been accused of
wait,
being
you
a
don't even
pedo.
accept a conviction. You don't even accept a jury determination because when it happened with the case in terms of E. Jean Carroll, you don't accept it. And he
I
literally
know. Do you know what a pedo
sexualized
is, bro?
little girls. Like he literally said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. You said that
Bro, do
I'm
you
a
know
little
what a
kid.
pedo? Oh
You
my
no,
God.
you literally said I'm
Do
a
you know
little
what
kid.
a
I'm 23 years
you're
old.
an idiot. Dude, do you know what a pedo is?
Yes.
What is it? Tell me the definition.
Yeah, it's going to be like an adult that specifically finds sexual attraction towards children.
Negative has sex with children or sexual content with children.
Yeah, or people
Has
who are very young, right?
anybody under 18?
I
Anybody
do
under
think that
18?
what's
Under
up?
18. Anybody
Oh,
under 18.
I think that a 60-year-old going after an 18-year-old is fucking gross too.
Yeah, but it's not illegal. Let's keep it legal here. Let's
Wait,
talk
I'm
about legal.
sorry. In some states, it's legal to go after a 16-year-old. That's fucking horrible and disgusting, and that shouldn't be the case. Just because it's legal does not mean it's okay. That's absurd.
But again, you're pivoting. My point is,
I'm not pivoting. I was addressing the very point you brought up.
you call him a pedo, right?
Dude, I've literally explained this so many times. You're just honestly such a snowflake.
Dude, do you know what a snowflake is?
You.
Okay, what is that? In your eyes, what's a snowflake?
You. Steve.
Elaborate.
Steve.
You're a
Complaining
snow-
on the live about the same thing, even when explained, when that doesn't make any sense. The way that what you're complaining about, like you
Wait, that's
literally just
exactly
like
what
are
you do.
constantly complaining about everything, and then
That's
unwilling to
exactly what you
acknowledge
guys
anything
do.
wrong about Donald Trump. Such a
You
MAGA
must do that all
snowflake.
day. Yeah, then you guys must be snowflakes because you do that all day.
How so?
Oh my God, you complain about Trump all day long.
For reasons that make sense.
You're a snowflake.
No, because we talk about it for reasons. We
What's
use
the reason?
reasons. You are unreasonable. I am reasonable. That's the difference. You're a
okay,
snowflake. I'm not.
What do you think? What do you think you're going to gain out of talking and bashing him for the next 4 years? What are you going to accomplish?
I'm going to get more people to realize that you shouldn't support Republicans like Donald Trump when he literally is advocating for a third term. He said Trump 2028 yes on Truth Social. He posted a picture. Do you want to see?
No,
Look,
I
this
saw
is the picture he posted.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. And be honest. I need an honest opinion. When Vance wins in 2028,
Embarrassing.
are you guys going to change and focus your efforts on the same negative hate on
If Vance
him
is
that
the
you
next
guys-
candidate, I'm going to do why do you support Vance? But I'm asking you this question, right? Can you name one thing JD Vance has done as vice president other than hump the couch?
What did Kamala do?
I'm asking you the question. Answer my question first, and I'll tell you.
He's the vice president.
Yeah, tell me one thing that he's done as vice president.
Troll the shit out of you guys. And I love every
I'm
minute
waiting.
of it.
So, can you name one thing he's done as vice president?
I just did.
No, you didn't. Name one thing he did as vice president.
He trolls the shit out of you guys.
So you can't mention anything. That's embarrassing. So Kamala Harris had the most tie-breaking votes of any vice president ever, including the Inflation
She
Reduction
didn't
Act,
do
the
that.
largest investment in renewable energy ever, and the $35 cap on insulin. She raised over $5 billion in private funds for Central American countries to reduce the likelihood of people coming here based upon economic insecurity. Right? She added multiple things specifically into bills, such as the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Right? And she helped pass the American Rescue Plan, which literally is the basis for reducing childhood poverty by 45% when implemented, and it's something she wanted to extend in terms of the child tax credit.
How
You
far
can't
that
mention
go?
a single thing JD Vance has done as vice president other than hump the couch and go
Yeah.
on vacation. Like, actually nothing.
Okay. What do you want to bet he wins in 2028?
I mean, I don't bet on things like that, but I do think that it's ridiculous
I have
that
money.
I think it's
have money.
ridiculous that you
Let's make
support
it-
Vance.
let's
You
make
can't
it
even tell me.
$1,000 bet.
Wait, tell me one thing you like about JD Vance.
Everything.
Tell me one thing. Be specific.
He's a great-looking guy.
That's it. That's all you have to say. And I don't even think that's particularly true, dude.
No, me neither. But I just wanted to troll you.
Okay. Do you
You
have
know what- you know what-
anything else to say?
you know
What is the
what-
reason why you support Trump? We're waiting.
You know why I like one thing I like about Vance? He's not a Democrat.
Is that it?
Yep. That's all that matters.
Okay, so what happened to the right saying, oh, the left has no actual plans, no actual policy. All they are hating Orange Man. All they are is against Donald Trump. They don't actually have any basis to their policy or their plans or what they're advocating for. They're just against the other side. And then you literally, all you can mention specifically as to why you support Vance or why you support Trump is, well, actually, J.D. Vance and Donald Trump, they're not Democrats. They're not Democrats. Those evil satanic Democrats that are grifting on TikTok, they're
love
not evil
Trump.
like that. They would never grift on TikTok.
I love Trump's immigration. I love Trump's economic beliefs. I love his beliefs on national security. I love his beliefs on America first. I love his beliefs on we need to change the mentality of this country because the last 8 years have been horrible. What
8
else
years,
do I know?
so including his own presidency?
Well, I give him.
The last 8 years goes into his first presidency,
I
you
know.
know that, right?
I
And
know.
includes this presidency as well?
What I'm talking about is, well, first of all, when he got the pandemic, he couldn't do shit. No president could have done anything.
Wait, but like,
You know,
the
know.
past 8 years goes into his presidency up until 2017, bro.
Right. And what about
Like,
the
literally,
16
like,
years
the past
before
8
that?
years goes throughout most of his term. His
What
first
about
term
the-
and the entirety of his term right now.
What about the 16 years before that? Obama and Clinton.
And Bush?
No, it was Obama and Clinton, and then Bush. If you're going backwards,
What?
who was
It was
president? before?
Clinton, Bush, Obama.
Right, but what I'm saying is, do you see the correlation? There's always a Republican in between the Democrat, correct?
No? Not always?
No? Well, not always, but it's okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna take baby steps with you. Right now, it's a Republican, correct?
Yes.
Okay, before that was a Democrat, correct?
Yes.
And before that was a Republican, correct?
Yes.
And then before that was Democrat, correct?
Yes.
And then before that, Republican, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, why is it that you... See, that's karma. That's why you shouldn't make those noises with your voice.
No, it's just I just have to deal with your dumbass.
I know, but you had me on for a while. I know it's because it's...
I know it's hurting my brain.
But you know what, Parker? Admit it. It's good for your channel. Admit it.
Who the fuck do you think you are? What do you mean it's good for my channel? Who the fuck do you think you are?
When I got on, you had 3,000 people on here. Now you have 5,000.
How long have you been in the stream? And I don't think there was 3,000. There was definitely over 4, but you're probably near 5. I don't think it's much of an increase because of you.
Negative. Go back. Can you clip it to when I joined?
I don't know what the viewer count was on. You've been on for an hour and 15 minutes almost. Okay.
Wow.
So to say
Bro,
that,
that's a record.
by the way,
That's
in an
gotta be a
hour and
record.
15 minutes, which is obviously in an hour and 15 minutes, there could be more people to come. People are here
that
for
a
me.
record?
They're not here for you.
I know, but you're
If you're
I'm
here for
saying
me and you're not here for Steve, type 1 in the comment section.
No, that's not what I said. I said you are
That's what I
keeping me
said.
on.
I'm keeping
Why
you
you
on
keeping
because
me
you're
on?
you're a Trump supporter and I'm debating you. Do you want me to kick you? I'll kick you right now.
If you want, go ahead. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. It's what you always do, anyways.
No, because you're trying to get me to kick you because you're scared of the debate.
Why would I be here for? That's so stupid. I'm here for an hour and a half. Do I
Funniest thing
sound
to
scared?
$2. Well, you've got dunked on over and over again. You literally tried to say earlier, like,
You know what? I understand
You
why
got
you do
dunked.
this. It's because you want to make
You got
money.
dunked on
But
twice.
all these other Democrats
dunked
and
on
fake
twice.
news media.
You got dunked on twice.
on what? Be specific.
You did. Yeah, we're not going to go back. You know when you did.
No, you tell me. Be specific.
When I asked you about your daughter and getting an abortion without you knowing about it, you got dunked on.
What did I get dunked on? I said that it should be legal, and I said that the best thing that you should do in that circumstance is worry about ensuring that there's an environment where they feel like they can talk to you about things in their life, like a partner that they are talking to, or like the fact that they are thinking about getting an abortion, or the fact that they're pregnant.
You're trying to fix it. Just the fact that you're trying to fix it right now shows that you got dunked on.
That's what I said then. I was repeating what I said for people who are in the conversation right now who weren't in the conversation back then.
Negative. You got dunked on.
Negative. Actually, you're wrong. Even though literally the YouTube VOD proves me wrong.
Literally, that's what you're saying. Johnny, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Johnny. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I literally never did. I was just giving an explanation. What the fuck?
You do realize when you
Silence.
make
Thank you for the
those
$2. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And
I
mocking
actually don't know what
voices.
time I'll be live
You sound
tomorrow.
like a 10-year-old.
RZ, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Folio, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $2 as well. Livy, thank you so much for the $5. Stella, thank you so much for the $2. RZ, thank you for the $2 as well. Docito, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. Allison, thank you for the $10. Give some W's for Allison in the comment section. Belstefan, thank you so much for the $10 as well. Libby, thank you for the $10. Carrie, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Libby, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Thank you so much. Doppler, thank you for the $5. Ron with the $50. Thank you so much. Have a good night's sleep. Have a good night's sleep. Thank you so much, Ron. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Felonius, thank you so much for the $2. Feisty, thank you for the 5. And Rosalind, thank you for the 5 as well.
I have another topic we can talk about.
What?
Are you ready? Why do you seem like you're upset? What are you upset about?
I don't think our conversation's really going anywhere.
It never does. I mean, when does your conversation with anybody go anywhere? I mean, come on, let's keep real. When have you ever had a productive conversation, Parker?
I have them all over my YouTube. There are productive conversations I've had all over YouTube. You can check them out. Go watch my YouTube.
Not with
Yeah, they are with
Republicans.
Trump supporters. I've convinced Trump supporters to change their mind.
Yeah, 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids.
Susan, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Susan. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much on YouTube Super Chat. If I've changed your mind, type a 3 in the comment section. You don't believe that I can change people's minds, dude. You're absurd.
Well, I didn't say that. I said, yeah, 19-year-olds.
If you specifically, I've changed your mind and you're not 19 years old and you're older than that, type 3 in the comment section.
Bro, you're talking about your own listeners. You could tell them, if you think that I'm the most handsome guy in the world, type a 3, and they would type a 3, bro. Come on, man. I mean, what does that prove?
Okay. If you think Steve is the most handsome person in the world, type 7. And if you think he's the least handsome person in the world, type 6.
They can't even see me. This makes no sense. What a dick.
There's a lot of 6s, bro. There's a lot of 6s, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's 5,000 of your followers on here. What are you talking about?
There's also 3,500 people on YouTube, and the same thing's happening on YouTube.
Yeah. But you know, it's funny. My list is full of people saying, "Bro, you fucking bombing this guy."
You're what?
I have messages like I had to put
So
my shit on
Trump
private.
supporters in this live, which won't even join the live because they're too scared to debate me, right,
They
are
like listening to
DMing
You know
you.
why?
Oh
You
my
know why
God,
they
you
like?
just dunked on Parker for something
You
that
know
you didn't
what?
even dunk on me for.
You know why they listen to you,
Oh my
Parker?
God,
Let me
Trump
tell you.
supporters gave me attention when I made an incoherent argument.
Hey, tell me the truth. Why do you think Trump supporters listen to you?
Because I think some do it to change their mind. I think some do it
No,
because they're hate watching. And I think you're probably one of the people who does it for hate watching.
no, I do it for comic relief.
There you go. Hate watching.
Okay, but it's still comedy. I laugh because I think, oh my God, this poor kid who's probably voted one time in his life, if that. How old are you? 23?
I'm 23, yeah, which means I voted
Okay, so
twice.
you voted twice. I'm 58. Do the math. So my question to you is, you hate so much our current president that you've made this whole platform about it, okay? All day long when you're alive, all you want is to bring on Trump supporters so you can debate them, and most of the time make them look like complete idiots. I
Such
agree.
as yourself.
No, okay, if you say so. But you know what? I don't feel like an idiot. That's the important part.
No, you
You
don't
would
feel
never.
like it, but you are.
You would never make
Facts
me
facts
wrong.
don't care about your feelings.
You're an immature, self-righteous, arrogant piece of shit,
And you
and
never
that's
said
the
I was
truth.
wrong.
About what? About what?
All of those insults, none of them were that I was wrong.
Your whole opinion is wrong. What are you talking about?
Now you say it. Now he says it.
Your
But I
whole
just so you just
outlook
said I'm
is wrong.
arrogant. What makes me arrogant?
You're
What makes me arrogant?
and that right there, and you're immature.
How am I immature?
You just proved it by that stupid, immature, childish face you made.
Childish face. I made a
Yeah.
face.
When a 10-year-old can't come up with something and you do that, it's very mature. You don't see grown men doing that,
Don't see
Parker.
grown men doing that.
No, only little infants like you.
Only little infants. So I'm a little infant, yet I'm 23 years
Yeah.
old. Yeah, the
You're
10-year-old that
immature,
Donald Trump said he would dating 10
but
years.
you're
They were
immature.
old enough, right, for Donald Trump to sexualize.
Why do you make faces? And why do you make
Why do I make
mimicking?
faces? Because I have a face.
No. Why do you make immature mimicking stuff like that? Why?
I don't think they're immature. I think it's totally mature. And it's because you're acting like a child on my live. You're acting like a man child.
How? I'm completely calm. I'm hardly insulting you. I have to throw a
You never
couple in
gave
there.
me an actual. You hardly insulted me. You've been insulting me this whole time. What are you talking about?
I called you a piece of shit. What else have I insulted you like?
I mean, you've been doing it this whole time.
What?
Yeah, you literally were trying to insult me this entire time. You literally just
How?
tried to insult me by trying to say that I was like stuttering or something, which I wasn't.
There you were. You did.
I literally, I mean, even if I
Did.
did, that's not evidence of anything.
No, but I'm just saying that's what I'm stooping to your level. That's what you do. By
I
making your
didn't make fun
mimicking
of you for
faces.
stuttering,
Because I don't stutter.
and I don't think that's something to make fun of someone.
Well, you're not a stutterer. If you were a stutterer, I wouldn't make fun of you.
Okay. Well, but do you understand my points at all? Any
No.
of them? No? None of them?
No. I understand you're a
Do you
hater
think
of
that's
Trump.
mature?
No.
Oh, look at here, folks. Snowflake Steve. He has no clue anything in this conversation that's occurred. Snowflake Steve.
Okay, Karen.
That was the best thing you got. Your name is
No, I
Steve,
just,
so I said so. Snowflake Steve.
I'm talking about
JC,
your.
thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Johnny, thank you so much for the $100. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey,
No, I
Parker.
really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Give some W's for
At the
Johnny in the
end of
comment
this
section right now.
term,
Thank you so much. I definitely don't like everything. I definitely can acknowledge that. Pixel, thank you
if
so
you,
much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Kelly, thank you so much for the $15. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
ooh, there's a carjacking in Whittier right now with Parker. I don't know where in California you live, but it's a live action. They're chasing him down the street. Crazy. Anyways,
Okay.
Parker, at the end of this term, be honest.
What do you
If it
got,
turns
Snowflake
out
Steve?
if it turns out that his economic, with the tariffs, and let's say in the next 4 years, gas and food and stuff goes down and it gets better, economically it gets better. Will you admit it?
If everything is economically better, I will acknowledge that it's economically better. I will acknowledge the facts. But
Okay.
given that right now we're economically worse off. Do you acknowledge that?
And you're not, dude. Right now,
Wait, do you
in this
acknowledge
month,
right now that we are economically worse off than we were at the end of Biden?
maybe by a tiny percent. You said gas went up. It hasn't gone up. What are you talking
It has,
about?
according to the Energy Information Administration.
According to what I pay every month in California, which California, how that is.
You would know the prices have gone up.
No, it's still at under
Yes, they have.
$5. Where do you live? I live in LA, buddy. It's
live in LA too.
$4.89 a gallon. Okay, then you're a liar then, because
I'm
it has
not
not
lying.
gone up.
It
What did
has.
it go? Okay, it goes up and down every day, Parker. Every
Not
day.
that much, but like, yeah, I do see it go up and down. I see what your point, but like, you're not understanding my point. Like that.
Yeah, because this is a day that it's up. You can say, "Oh, boy, it's gone up," and then next week when it goes down, I can say, "Oh, it went down." Let's wait 4 years, Parker.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember it, and I don't even know if this is the exact time. I remember it being,
Under
like,
Biden, it was way up.
420 to 450 per gallon.
not too
If
long-
anything,
not too long
under
ago.
the Biden administration at the very end. If anything, lower.
I
So like,
remember it going up to almost $8 under Biden.
yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but that was because of global inflation.
No, and also because Gavin Newsom's an idiot here and puts a $3 fucking tax on every gallon here too.
Okay,
But that's
Richard
beside the
Galaxy,
point.
thank you. I mean, if there's that as well. Ember, thank you for the $10. Thank you.
But what I'm saying is that-
frankly, Snowflake Steve, is it the brightest? Quite frankly.
But Parker,
Ron,
for
thank you
you
for
to say-
$50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. They said,
For
old
you to
peeps
say if
hate me
gas
like
has
you.
gone
Here's some
up-
cash, so I'm so mad. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Ron. Ron hates me so much because Ron said that he's an old peep that hates me. Because he's so mad he sent me $50.
who's Ron?
Can you say thank you to Ron?
Thank you, Ron.
W for Ron in the comment section right now. Xander, thank you so much for the $20 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Imagine being 58 years old
you wanna
and
hear
going on
something
TikTok to
crazy?
tell everyone that you love, tell everyone the only thing you know and love about Donald Trump and JD Vance is that they troll the left. Then having the nerve to call Parker immature. Seriously.
Parker, you want to hear something crazy?
What's up?
You want to hear something crazy? I went on Dean's channel and I debated him like I did with you. I was on for about an hour with him. And I don't know who it was. I swear to God, I'm not even lying. I got gifted $80. How does that happen, bro?
I don't know.
It's weird. Why would people, and I don't know this person, whether it's a lefty or right. I don't get it. But why do people give money away to people they don't know?
No one's giving money to you. I think you just made that
not
up.
here.
Downfall,
No,
thank you for the $15 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It was on my, it's still on my TikTok coin. You want me to
Yeah,
show it to
yeah,
you?
thank you so much, Downfall. I appreciate the $15. Thank you for letting me know.
It was on
Yeah,
my
they don't want to
TikTok.
send you money. They're sending me money. Like, Melissa, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. On PayPal, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for Melissa in the comment section right now. Kristen, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. For Steve is spending a long time arguing with a child, quote unquote.
Oh, that's true. I'll give it.
Sophie, thank you for the $3. Thank you. Yeah. Why are you arguing with a
Steve's
child?
winning. Look, I just saw a comment. Steve's winning.
Wait, can you? Who said Steve's winning?
Go back on TikTok.
Yeah,
Hold
I sent them an
Right
invite.
there. Joel.
There was
Joel-
only one person. There's one person in the comment section that said that, by the way. Everyone else is not saying that.
It's one of your people, though.
That was not one of my people. They were not following me. I sent them an invite. They didn't accept
Oh, and
the
then here's
request.
another one. He probably got 80 coins. You're right. It was 80 coins.
That's not $80, genius.
Look, here's one. W for everyone.
Georgia, thank you for the $3 for fuck Steve. How do you feel about that one, Steve?
What?
How do you feel about that one, Steve?
What? Someone said fuck Steve? I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Libby, thank you for the $80 for Here's That Money Steve thought he got. Thank you so much, Libby. Can we get some W's for Libby in the comment section for the $80 on PayPal? Thank you. Or on Venmo, thank you so much for the money that Steve thought he got, which he didn't get, actually. Thank you so much, Libby. I really appreciate it. Can you say thank you to Libby, Steve?
I don't think I care about the money. I got plenty of money, buddy. I don't care about $80.
You got plenty of money? So you can thank you so much for the $2. You said you don't care about $80, but then you just literally said so. Oh, if you don't care about $80, can you send me $80 Venmo, PayPal in the bio?
I would send you $1,000 right now if it would keep you to shut up. Would it happen?
Okay. What do I have to? What do you mean? Shut up.
Like, do not do another live for a week straight.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Exactly. What I'm telling you is like $80 is nothing, buddy.
$80 is nothing. So then send me $80 right now.
I would put $1,000 bet on you right now in front of all your listeners. Okay, that, and I wish we could do it somehow, but that in 4 years Vance wins. Would you bet that?
Well, if Vance loses, you can give me
I
$1,000.
know. Right, I bet. Yeah, if Vance loses, I give you 1,000. If he wins, you give me 1,000.
Oh no, I wouldn't give you anything.
Why not? That's what call a bet, but dumbass. I mean,
No,
you don't know what a
no.
bet is?
You just said you don't care about $80, so send me $80.
Talking about 1,000. Oh my, dude, do you not hear what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, Steve, send me $80. You said $80 is not a lot. Go ahead. Venmo, PayPal's in my link tree in my bio.
Why would I send you even $1?
Because you just said that it's nothing.
But I still wouldn't send it to you.
Would you send me nothing?
Exactly, zero.
Okay, if you would send me nothing and you said $80 is nothing, you'd send me $80.
Okay.
You just said you would send me nothing. You said $80 is nothing. So then you must send me $80 right now because that's nothing, okay, buddy? That's nothing, okay? You said it's nothing, okay? You said you would send me nothing.
You're a fucking idiot.
You're gonna send me $80, right? Ember, think of the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
If Trump came up with a cure for cancer,
Literally.
would you love him?
I wouldn't love him, but I would acknowledge that it's good that we have a cure for cancer. But he wouldn't come up with a cure for cancer. He's not even intelligent enough to fucking literally do a spray tan correctly.
If I came up with a cure for cancer, would you love me?
I wouldn't love you, but I would say that it was good that you came up with a cure for cancer.
Is there any way you could love me?
No,
No.
no.
What
Unless you
if-
change your mind. Unless you're not a Trump supporter anymore.
If I told you I hate Trump and I would vote for the next Democrat, whoever the hell it is, would you say I love you, Steve?
Actually, Steve, I would.
Man, that is pathetic, bro.
How is that pathetic? That I would
is
love you if you
sad.
became a better person.
That is not a better person. That's
Jay, thank you for the
pathetic.
$5. Thank you.
That's pathetically desperate, bro. That's how desperate
How is
you
it
guys
desperate to say that I would love you if you like, you know, had better moral beliefs?
are? Moral beliefs, bro. You cannot even compare your moral beliefs to mine.
Really? Why so? Athena, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10.
Oh my God, I'm 58 years old. I've raised.
Why can't I
three-
compare it to you?
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. I've raised 3 young men, all veterans. Okay, one of them is an industrial engineer from Cal Poly Pomona. Another one. See, look how immature you are. Look how immature. You just proved my point, buddy. You asked me
So
to
easily
answer,
rage baited.
you asked me to answer you an honest question. I'm answering it to you, and look how you react. You're a child. Grow up. Seriously, you need to grow up.
Xander,
would
thank
be
you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Xander said Steve can't even afford to give Parker a measly $80.
You would be so much more respected if you would grow up a little bit. Seriously, on an honest note. Seriously, and if you ever have a political aspirations in life, you definitely want to grow up a little bit.
You got anything else you want to say to me?
I'm just being honest with you.
Did that make you feel better?
Would you like to have a career in politics? Honestly, in the future?
No.
Really? You would never run for you don't put your money where your mouth is? You wouldn't run for Congress or anything?
I don't plan to run for Congress now.
No, not now. I'm saying in life, and you've never had aspirations and dreams of political life.
Mm-mm.
Wow. So you just do this for what then?
Alumnus, thank you so much for the $5. No, I do this because I like this. Me having aspirations to do this isn't aspirations to become a politician.
I thought you said you did it because you want to make change and you want to make.
This is my way of making change. I don't have to be a politician to want to make change.
But if you really want to make change, you do.
Not necessarily. I think I really make change.
Really?
BM, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. And what was Steve doing at 23? W. Parker, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Joe, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you.
I was in the U.S. Army, by the way, at 23.
Good for you.
Yes.
And do you agree with the statement that you should not abide by unlawful orders?
Hey, what happened in 1989? You know what happened in 1989? Really big.
The Berlin Wall, is that what you're trying to reference?
No. You ever heard of a little war called Desert Storm?
I have, yeah.
That was 1989. Yes. Guess where I was?
There?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
So your listener is saying, what was he doing at 23?
Yo,
More like,
Chalupa Batman, thank you so much for the $20 for Parker. You should take this guy's advice and grow up. He's clearly so much more mature than you are. I know, right? So much more mature, right? Chris, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, Steve, fuck you. Immature is the guy that nobody agrees with. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Jose, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
thank you, Steve, for your time.
They said Steve is definitely the guy who yells at immigrants to get out and talks about how much he hates Newsom and still lives in California.
My parents were immigrants. What are you talking about? That's so stupid.
Wait, so then how do you feel about Donald Trump calling to denaturalize some immigrants because they don't uphold domestic tranquility, apparently?
If they're a criminal, if I have a criminal record, I have no problem with it.
No, he says uphold domestic tranquility. And also, because you have a criminal record does not mean you can be deported.
No, yeah, of course not if you're an American citizen. But if I do believe that if you have a green
Yeah,
card,
naturalized citizens are citizens.
I understand that. But I know my parents. Oh my God, you act like you. I don't know what you're. I mean, you're so funny.
Maestro, think of the
Bro.
$10. The Desert Storm was in 1991. Veggie Bad, thank you so much for the $10 for Steve never did Desert Storm. That's what they said. I'm not sure if I could verify that. Koala, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. For Parker, keep up the good work. Thank you. And then Johnny, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you've started debating. That's great to hear. Dan, thank you so much for the $5 as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. They said, thank you. I really appreciate the kind words saying I'm impressive. I appreciate it. Thank you. Madeline, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. For I think Steve needs an anxiety pen. True.
Oh, I'm so relaxed, bro. Seriously, right now, I'm so relaxed.
Appreciate the corgi. Thank you, Sydney.
I'm actually watching the news and listening to you.
Athena, thank you for the $5.
But I
Steve
love
has
how
paid you way more than $80 in the content he's providing a wall.
There, you see? That's my point right there.
Yeah, Steve, you're the only reason I've made money. You're right, Steve. The only reason I've made money.
Why can't you admit that it's actually giving you content? Come on.
Steve, you want me to kick you? Because you have yet to give me an actual coherent argument.
That's what you do. You always kick people, so do it. Do it.
You want me to kick you?
If that's what you want, I don't care.
You don't care at all?
Do you think I'm going to lose sleep over it?
Would you say I should kick you?
No, I don't, because you're actually getting
Okay.
content. It would be stupid for you to kick me, to be honest.
It would
That's
be
my
stupid
honest
because
opinion.
I'm dunking on you so much? Livy, thank you for the $20 for who, Steve? I honestly, I don't know. Thank you so much. Ron, thank you for the $50 for Vance wins. Fuck all. Here's $50 because this guy's full of it. Thank you so much, Ron. Give me some W's for Ron in the comment section right now. BMJ, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. For didn't Trump call service people suckers and losers? Yes, he actually did. And then Susan with the $100 for as a 62-year-old. Steve is a kid that doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That is so true, Susan. Can we get some W's for Susan in the comment section right now for the $100 on Venmo? Thank you so much, Susan.
Bro, do you and Dean go to the same school? You just did the same exact thing Dean does. He's your idol, isn't he?
Anna, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you so much, Anna. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Nico, thank you for the $5. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, and I'm sorry to hear that. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Nico. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I look up to Dean. I wish I was 100% like him.
Hey, Parker, what do you think about me being in the military and at war? Honestly.
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Well, you never said that. I'm asking you. You just went straight to ignoring me. It's not that I insulted you by it or something.
Well, I mean, I think that I've engaged in this conversation. I think that you have been insulting the entire time, and I don't think that I necessarily had to respond that way every single time someone brings up the fact that they engaged in service. I've even had service members tell me that it's not necessarily the best thing, but I only brought that up because you asked. What's up?
Has anybody in your family ever been in service?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Are they Republicans or Democrats?
I'm not quite familiar, actually. My grandpa, who's dead now, he was a Democrat. He was in the military. But
Do you
I
believe?
don't know about my extended family about
Do you
their
believe
political
that
opinion.
Trump's done an okay job trying to fix the Ukraine and Russia war?
No.
I mean, do you believe that he's trying to? Do you believe he's trying to stop it?
Not good enough. He might be, yeah.
You think Kamala would have done better?
Mm-hmm.
No, come on, Parker. You can't say that with a
She would have
straight
done way
face.
better.
No
And Chaos,
way.
thank you so much for the $10 for Tell Steve that
Zelensky
Desert Storm
and
started
Putin
August
would
2nd,
have laughed at
1990,
her.
not 89. And then Maestro, thank you
Oh
so
my
much for the
God.
$10. I really appreciate it. They said Desert Shield was 1990, not Desert Storm. Okay.
Whatever. It's the same war. You
And
guys are
then
so
Chalupa
ignorant.
Batman, thank you for the $5.
Look it up. I was 13 Bravo. That means I was freaking artillery. We were the first ones to go over there in Iraq.
Okay, sure. I was just repeating what they said and put in the
Well, yeah.
comment section.
Again, I forgot you believe everything people say to you. I forgot. You're right.
No, I was just saying you're the one who doesn't believe. You're the one who, I
Exactly.
mean,
Exactly. I
listen,
need the
listen.
proof. I
No,
don't
I was
believe
going to say
everything
doesn't
people
believe
say.
evidence and facts and reality. Donald Trump said that the windmills were causing whales to die in numbers never seen before. He said that climate change is a hoax and that climate's going to start cooling and science just doesn't know it yet. He said that we should look into disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19.
Actually, he was against the vaccinations.
He did Operation Warp Speed.
Oh my God.
Steve, how do you feel the comment section wants me to escape you, man? On TikTok.
Well, yeah, you've been
They
on
really
for a
don't
while.
like you. Ron, thank you for the 10 membership subscriptions. And Luminous, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5.
They like better the 19-year-old you had on before me that could barely freaking complete a sentence.
Well, I mean, I think that the arguments that were provided earlier by some of the children were better than you.
Ha! You know that's not true. Come
I'm
on
not
now.
even joking. I do think that the 19-year-olds
No,
provide better arguments than you.
they can't. They can't even do a coherent sentence, and that's what you love. You love to troll them and make them seem.
You're the one who couldn't actually provide an argument. You couldn't even give us a single policy of Trump's you like. Like literally, you couldn't name a single policy of Trump's that you like.
I told you I love his immigration policies. I
What
love
specific
his.
immigration policy?
Okay, not policies. See, that's what I'm talking about. You love to go his immigration stance. Okay,
Can you
you
name a
love.
specific policy of Trump's that you like?
Can you name a specific policy that you don't like?
Yes, I can, but you answer first. The big
I
beautiful
don't.
bill is my answer.
I love the big beautiful bill. Love
Well,
it.
now you wait. So you have to tell me a policy that of one which I did not mention. Name a single
Doesn't matter.
policy of Trump's that you like.
Love it. Love it.
Love what?
The big beautiful bill.
I already said that. Name something other than that, other than what I said.
I don't know the names of them. I'm sorry. I don't study it like you do.
Okay, so you're
That's
gonna sit there and
if
you're
that
gonna be
makes you
like, "Oh,
feel.
I'm not gonna." All the people that you debate, they have no clue what they're talking about. They can't even finish a sentence. Yet you literally don't
Name
know
it.
any
Okay.
policy names. So, by the
What,
way, I
what
just want to let you know the
what does that prove?
19-year-olds that I have come up in my live, they know more about Trump's policies than you.
Parker, what does that prove?
It proves you wrong because you are trying to say, "Oh, what are you going to do after we skip you?"
It
Yeah, I'm
proves
going
me
to talk
wrong
to
about
people
what?
that know more than you,
It
Steve.
proves wrong about what? I'm wrong about what? That
I
I
just
support
told
his,
you,
I support Trump?
Steve. How do you feel like everyone in the comment section wants you to go?
Then kick me, Parker.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
He told me to. Rainy, thank you so much for the $30. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to Kick Steve. Anna, thank you for the $25 to Kick Steve. Thank you. Angela, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Taylor, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much.